Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Skip, aka Skip and Tosh here, back with another installment of the Sacktown Breakdown. Sacramento Kings take the L to the Golden State Warriors, 113 to 98. Why do I have such a pleasant tone? Well, we'll find out. Before we dive into everything and talk about the game and break down Tyrese Halliburton's performance, break down the Kings' performance, Doug Christie as a coach, evaluate him against one of the best coaches in the league, Steve Kerr. Let's give some love to our sponsors. We got Computer Booter if you're in the local Sacramento area. Gaming Lounge, repair shop and gift shop. So if you need your Mac, PC, or console repaired, if you're looking for a gift for that anime or gaming enthusiast in your life, if you're looking for some old accessories for old retro games and new games, and if you want to rent a console, PC, play some games, hang out there, Computer Booter can take care of you. Dave is an awesome guy. Links in the description below. Go check him out. Carmichael, California. Great place to be. And also we have, switch it up, there we go. We got Taboo Ohana. You see the chairs that I'm sitting in? Right now, Taboo Ohana has a gift for you. Put in the discount code SKIPTC, get $40 off of your chair. I think there's still enough time to reap the benefits. I'm going to double check right here as I'm trying to quickly get through. I just want to see if the discounts are still there. They have 45% off of select chairs for quite some time. I'm going to let you know right now in 3, 2, 1. They still have up to 45% off of select chairs, and you can put in my discount code and get $40 off of that 45% discount. TabooOnHonda.com. Links in the description below. Don't apologize, be yourself. The Sacramento Kings, they are very much themselves, no doubt about that. But even though we knew that it was pretty much going to be an L, especially the way that Steph Curry is playing, Sacramento Kings put up a valiant effort, and Tyrese Halliburton has a performance worth celebrating. Sacramento Kings started off slow in the first quarter, but so did the Warriors. Only 26 points for the Warriors, 16 for us in the first quarter. Second quarter, we started to heat up. We had 30 points. The Warriors had 32. Fourth quarter, no third quarter woes for us. We come out in the third quarter, 33 points. Golden State Warriors had 26. We went on a nice little run and made things interesting. And then fourth quarter happens and we go cold. Only 19 points for us, 29 for the Golden State Warriors, leading to that 98 to 113 victory for the Golden State Warriors. We had 36 points in the paint. They had 56. Fast break points, they had 18. We only had 4. And we're supposed to be an up-tempo offense and getting open in the fast break. Biggest lead was 17, and we did cut that down. I forget how much we cut it down. It was a few nights ago now. Bench points, we only had 11. They had 47 bench points. My goodness. And turnovers, that's really what hurt us. We had 20. We had 19. They ended the game with 16 points off of turnovers. We had 25. We really capitalized. But they had 20. Take a look at the box score real quick. Let's see. We want to get into the Kings, right? So Harrison Barnes in his 37 minutes had 19 points. He was 4 of 7 from 3, which is 57%. That's awesome. Chimezie Metu in his 34 minutes, he had 16 points. And he also had 3 assists and 6 rebounds. Tristan Thompson started in his 26 minutes. He was 5 of 12 from the field. He had 10 points. He had 9 rebounds, so he almost got himself a double-double. Also had a steal there. Buddy Hield started in his 39 minutes. He was 6 of 15 from the field. He was 6 of 13 from 3, which is 46%. Fantastic. And 18 points is what he ended the game with. He also had 5 rebounds as well as 4 steals. So Buddy Hield putting together some defensive plays. I want to say he's a great defender, but let's say he made some defensive plays, right? Tyrese Halliburton, everybody's all abuzz about him. He played 41 minutes, so almost played the whole and freaking entire game. He was 8 of 18 from the field, which is 44%. He was 2 of 4 from 3, which is 50%. Would have liked to seen him put up at least 1 to 2 more three-pointers, but I'll take the percentage. He was 6 of 7 from the free throw line, which is much improved because we've been seeing him miss from there. So that's 85%, which is what he shot last year from the free throw line. Right now, he's at 74% for the season. He had 11 assists. And he had 24 points. He also had 5 turnovers, as well as Buddy Hield having 5 turnovers. So those are some of the things that hurt us. But to have Tyrese have another game where he scores over 20 points is exactly what we want to see from Tyrese Halliburton. Damien Jones played 21 minutes, didn't score at all. Had 4 rebounds. I had 3 turnovers and 2 blocks. There was a lot of people. There was one particular person getting at me on social media about how I need to big up Damien Jones, and talk about him more than I talk about Alex Lynn and Tristan Thompson and all that stuff. I don't really talk about our bigs that much. I talk about Rashawn Holmes the most, and I probably talk about Marvin Bagley the second most. I don't talk about our bigs a whole lot. That guy was just like really getting all over me about Damien Jones. You watch Damien Jones for his last few games. He has not performed very, very well. But I still like Damien Jones. That's the funny thing. I actually like Damien Jones. Last season when Damien Jones and Chimezie Metu were playing more, I really liked what I saw from them. I just knew that they're not going to, crack the lineup really. And the only reason why they're getting significant playing time now is because of A, how dysfunctional we were earlier in the season, and then B, how every team is COVID ridden right now. Maurice Harkless played 25 minutes. He had 7 points, which is very surprising for him. He had one of his threes. Hey, 1 of 3 from 3. That's good for him. Believe it or not. Jamias Ramsey played 5 minutes. He had 2 points. Not as good of a performance as he had last time when he got significant minutes, but just happy to see him playing. Justin Robinson, our COVID signing. We call it hardship. Let's just call it what it is. He's a COVID signing. But he came in and he got a bucket, and he had a foul. And he missed both of his 3-pointers. Thanks for playing. Keita played? I didn't even notice that Keita played. I thought he was in COVID protocols. He must have had 2 negative tests. Cool. He came in and he had 1 assist and 1 turnover. And then Bobby the Body, came in for 1 minute and 45 seconds, just like Keita. Excuse me, and had 1 rebound. He didn't attempt a bucket. All right. We can take a look at so Kuminga had I don't know what happened to Kuminga. I need to follow up, but he came in, he played for almost 7 minutes, and then he just went away. But he had 2 points. Draymond Green in his 33 minutes had 16 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. I didn't even realize Draymond Green had a triple-double, but that's kind of how he plays, right? So, yeah, 10 assists, 11 rebounds, 16 points. Good job, Draymond Green. 2 blocks, too, and 2 steals. Draymond had a good game. It's against the Kings. What do we expect? Kevon Looney, 16 minutes. He had no points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Damien Jones, in his 30 minutes, made all of his 3-pointers. Look at him. Go, 100%. He had 5 rebounds, had 1 assist, had 1 steal. Ended the game with 18 points. Steph Curry had a quiet 30. It wasn't really a quiet 30. It was just an easy 30. He was 13 from 27 from the field, which is 48%. He only shot 4 of 12 from 3, which is only 33%. So that's low for Steph. Steph missed his only free throw. Again, that's an anomaly. Still had 30 points because our paint was free. I mean, I watched him walk into our paint multiple times and just wait there and see if anybody was going to try to stop him, and they didn't. And just boop. That's not what really happened, but it might as well have. And then Gary Payton, the second, had 12 points. Otto Porter Jr. came in for 30 minutes, had 12 points. Andre Iguodala played very solid for them. Hit 2 of his threes for 50% from 3, and had 10 points. Also had 6 assists. That's Iggy's game. And then Kings legend, F it, we deserve this. Nemanja Bjelica came in, only had 4 points though. Took 1 3, missed it, but did have 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Yeah. And Juan Toscano Anderson didn't play a lot this game, but did have 6 points. Had 4 rebounds. Had an assist and a steal, it looks like. Very good. And Moses Moody played 2 minutes. So that's pretty much that. Let's take a look at where the Kings are now as far as the standings are concerned. Yeehaw, come on. Load that thing up. All right. Should be, 13 and 19. We are still 6th in points per game. We slipped back a little bit. We're 17th now for rebounds per game. Staying pretty steady at 24th in the league. for assist per game, and whoever's the worst at opponents' points per game still is, won't give it up to us. We're 29th. We allow 114.3 points per game. All right. We don't need to take a look at any of that stuff. Fox watches is going to be the same because he hasn't played. We can take a look at Tyrese watch. You're going to be up to 13 points per game now, Tyrese? Let's see. Let's take a look. Over the last 3 games, he's been balling. That's what we want to talk about, right? Okay, so he's at 12.8 points per game for the season because of that. Splits. I just want to look at his last few games. Let's see. Regular season, and playoff, preseason, per game. Let's see. Minutes per team bio. Where would his just last few... As y'all can see, I know how to use yahoo.com, but I do not know how to use NBA.com quite yet. Here we go. Last 5 games. This is what we wanted to see. Thank you, NBA.com. All right. So for Tyrese's last 3 games, 24 points per game with 11 assists. That was against the Golden State Warriors, and that was against a good team, one of the best teams in the NBA. So. I had made mention of him doing it against Memphis, which Memphis is a good team too. I think they're fourth in the West right now, so they're a really good team, and they don't even have Ja. So I was like, okay, let's be patient. So 21 and 10, 3 of 5 from 3, 3 of 5 from 3, 27 and 11, 2 of 4 from 3, 24. 2 of 4 from 3, 24 and 11. Still a small sample size. If we go back and we look at, Washington, who is not who's an improved team but still not a good team, he had 8 points and he had 9 assists. And then against Toronto, who is not a good team, but a better team than us, he had 3 points and 4 assists. So over the last 5 games, that's what Tyrese Halliburton has looked like. Over the last 3 games, with him leading the pack, he's performed well. Now, of course, there's more shots to go around, so he's taking them, and that's good to see. I'm happy to see him be aggressive. My only thing is, we've seen him do this with Fox. I just want to see him do this when Fox comes back. That's my only thing. I want to see them do it together. Fox was rising and starting to go back to the Fox that we know and love and want to see. But Tyrese was inconsistently being a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So if he can be more of this, so let's say he drops off 6 points per game. That's just like 2 threes or 3 buckets. So let's say 4 points per game. We'll split it. Let's say 4 points per game. So like for him to be able to score, 17, 20 and 23 would be great. And let's not act like we haven't seen that before. We've seen John Wall and Bradley Beal. We've seen, well, I don't want to say that duo, but we've seen Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. We've seen, these types of lineups work, especially with non-traditional guards. Though John Wall is a pass first point guard, similar to, Tyrese Halliburton. Bradley Beal is a score first guard, shooting. He is more of a true shooting guard, but that's what Fox is more of a score first guard, but Fox is a playmaker. So whereas Tyrese is a playmaker pass first and can shoot, Fox is a scorer playmaker who can pass and can't shoot consistently beyond the arc. He can shoot the midi. Fox is almost knocked down from midi. We've seen that. I just want to see him do it together. And Davion hasn't played either, so really not much to see there. I mean, all in all, we played the Warriors and we lost. And, we could have lost worse. We really started falling apart in the 4th quarter. And that's when they started to pull away. We pulled close. I think I saw us get it at least within 5. No. We got closer because I saw us be only 1 down right before a timeout from the Golden State Warriors. But the Golden State Warriors are the Golden State Warriors, and they did exactly what we expected them to. They started to pull away. They got a better coach. Doug Christie has not coached a full year. He's only been a head coach for a handful of games. Was that his third game being a head coach? Second or third? That was his third. I think we expected to see, the main thing that I wanted to see, I just wanted to see Tyrese Halliburton put together another good game to string it with 3 in a row where he is being aggressive, because we already know he gets the team involved, and that's exactly what we like for him. It was nice to see, because gosh, Tristan Thompson on pick and rolls, isn't it just rough to watch? It's just like a barbarian getting the ball. It's all sheer force of will. There's no touch there, or very little touch there. There's no finesse. Obviously Damien Jones is Damien Jones is a better pick and roll player. Chimezie Metu is a better pick and roll player. Like, all of our bigs are better pick and roll players than Tristan Thompson. But for Davion to be able to make Tristan Thompson, better and get a few buckets in the pick and roll, that says a lot about him. And that's what I want to see. I mean, you got to have a guy that can beat his man one-on-one. So you want to have so that's what Fox can do. Fox can beat his man one-on-one, and you can put him in P&R, but he's going to penetrate more than he's going to shoot off of it. And then you got Tyrese, who can actually make a P&R kind of work. So if you got a pick and roll guard, and you got a guard that can get you an ISO bucket, that can just straight flat out beat his man, that's a really good setup to surround them with more shooters and such. Really just one more stretch big who can knock down the shot. We got Harrison Barnes who can knock down the shot. We just need one more stretch big who can knock down the shot. And man, that's looking pretty nice. And maybe Marvin Bagley can be that guy, as his shot was starting to drop more, right before he went into COVID protocols. COVID protocols. So we hope to see that. Anyhow, I guess we can take a look at the next game. So the next game that we got is against the Clippers again, and everybody keeps saying, like, can we just keep playing the Clippers? If only we could, right? So we play the Clippers today, which is Wednesday the 22nd. I forget how the Clippers have been looking over the last few games, but obviously the last 2 times that we played them, we beat them, and it was, I want to say if it wasn't on a back-to-back, they were back-to-back games. So I think the Clippers and the Lakers played a game, and the Clippers had a back-to-back, then they got a day of rest, and then they played us, and we beat them again. So that's good that we match up well against them. Those times we have Fox. We don't have Fox now. We got Tyrese. And we have, we also signed Emmanuel Mudiay to a 10-day contract, 10-day COVID contract, as well as, who else did we sign? I got to look up the name. Ade Murke, who is on the Stockton Kings. So that's cool. I mean, because obviously they just want games to keep going, so we're just going to keep signing players that are not in COVID protocols. Side note, Luka Doncic is in COVID protocols. Just thought that was important to know. He and Marvin Bagley. Just to bring up old wounds and make y'all moan and groan a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how we do. I expect this one to be an L as well, but there is a chance that we could win. I mean, we don't have our head coach. We don't have our best player, and we're going up against a better team that we beat twice. They're going to be looking to get revenge, and they're going to want to get it while we're down. So we'll see how things go. Anyhow, your boy Skip here. Thank you for joining me for another Sacktown Breakdown. I'll break down this game too, because that's what we do. Shout out to Computer Booter. Thank you for sponsoring the video. Shout out to Tabu Ohana. Thank you for sponsoring the video. For Tabu Ohana, make sure you use the discount code that's in the description, and make sure you go to the website, which is in the description, and get your 45% off and throw my $40 discount on top of it. And upgrade your chair. Get yourself a nice throne. You're a king, you're a queen, you deserve a throne. I'm laid back and I'm loving it. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next time on the next Sacktown Breakdown.